So a little change for this episode. Colin is away on his date. Yay! So it's just me. I have the whole space to myself. Right, Colin? Colin? I love it when he doesn't speak. I guess that means I can cut to the intro whenever I want. Cue intro? Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Real Deal, Ball State's premier entertainment news show. I'm your host, Josh Pavlovsky. And I'm bored. What should I do without Colin? I guess I'll play with this sword. I don't really know what to do with it. Maybe shoot the camera? Just cue the first segment, please.
Hi everyone, I'm sorry that I haven't been on screen a lot lately, but here I am and I have some very important news for you all, especially if you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons. If you've been watching The Real Deal for at least a year now, then you would know that last spring I DM'd my very first campaign for The Real Deal, and I am so happy to announce that our second campaign has officially started. So, if you're interested in listening to me and my Real Deal friends play a game of make-believe in a fantasy setting, then boy do I have the podcast for you. This is a campaign in which members from our world suddenly get transported into a fantasy setting that they have never been in before. So, watch as they navigate their new bodies and their new situations, and they find out how they managed to get home. This campaign will be a mini-series compared to last semester. There will only be 4 episodes, but that doesn't make it any less great. If you're interested in watching it, you can find the episodes on our YouTube channel. And if you're not, you should probably watch it anyways, because I guarantee this is something for everyone. Now, enough of me plugging my favorite thing in the world. Back to Josh in the studio.
Oh, come on, Koopa. Oh, next segment.
Hey guys, it's Neely coming at you this week to discuss Justin Bieber. Now, before you roll your eyes and exit out, we're here to acknowledge the mark Bieber has left. He has had a large impact on my generation, and today I'm going to be talking about his legacy he has made in pop culture, especially in his earlier days. He came fresh out of Canada with a voice and a dream at the young age of 12, scouted by now notorious Scooter Braun, who helped plunge him into stardom, creating early hits like One Less Lonely Girl, That Should Be Me, You Smile, Never Say Never, and super smash hit Baby. His infectious sound took over thousands across the nation and the world, defining what it meant to be a young modern-day pop star in the early 2010s. Breaking records at such a young age, earning 2.9 billion views on his Baby music video, he really set the bar high for future pop stars coming in to the success of the 2010s. His success was so groundbreaking, a movie was made about it just 2 years into his career about his journey to playing a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden, which is one of the most famous arenas in the world. Most may think of his past relationship with Rare Beauty founder Selena Gomez defining his more mainstream years, but I think his continued success speaks louder. Hits including As Long As You Love Me, Boyfriend, Beauty and a Beat, Confident, Sorry, Love Yourself, and I'm the One, earning 21 Grammy nominations and 2 wins to date. Countless features with Ludacris, Drake, Big Sean, Ed Sheeran, DJ Khaled, and Nicki Minaj. He's also worked with Post Malone countless times as well. He actually helped Post Malone achieve mass success at the beginning of his career. In more recent years, which I would categorize as his post-golden years, he still has had wide success with songs like Intentions, Yummy, Holy, and Stay. Now happily married to Hailey Bieber, who recently launched skincare line Rhode, and we can't forget Despacito. Collabs with pure pop star Shawn Mendes, and even his scandals. He sure has had a career so far. Once again, thanks for having me. I will see you next time, and let me know if you are also a believer.
La la la, baby, 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 baby. I miss Colin. I mean, kind of. What am I supposed to do without him? Last segment, I guess.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is the first film in Phase 5 of the MCU. Something I want to get out of the way immediately is that the MCU has not been doing very well lately. Phase 4 was a confusing mess with only one movie I can confidently say I loved. A few projects hit, most missed, and were very forgettable. So I was not optimistic going into this movie. And I'm sad to say the only thing that got me through this movie was the fact that I saw it with friends. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was another stinker from the MCU. The only redeeming qualities of this film are that Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors are both doing a great job with the material they're given. And some of the art direction of the Quantum Realm looks imaginative. Besides those two things, this is a larger-than-life flop from director Peyton Reed. This story that is supposed to change the MCU forever really does not have that many big consequences for the characters. Everything just works out for these lifeless characters, which leads me to the performances. Most of the supporting cast in this film are not doing a great job. I don't think it's their fault, though. There are plenty of examples of talented actors giving bad performances due to the lack of good direction, and I think this was the case here. The action feels lifeless, the CGI is ugly and unfinished, the story is poorly written, the character MODOK is an uncanny Lovecraftian shark boy and lava girl villain-looking abomination to society, and this does not really feel like an Ant-Man movie. This is supposed to be the finale to the Ant-Man trilogy, and a lot of iconic Ant-Man characters are missing. Do you guys remember Luis, Ant-Man's friend that had those funny storytime montages? You can't wait to see him in this? Well, he does not appear in this movie. Once. None of Ant-Man's friends appear. This film has such a random plot to end this trilogy on and feels very disconnected from what came before. The last thing I need to bring up is Kang. I think Jonathan Majors is doing a great job as Kang, but I think Kang was not handled very well in this film. I did think he was intimidating at the end of the first season of Loki. However, in this movie, he says the same old monologue on how he's so powerful and how he will destroy everything, and he shoots lasers out of his hands, and he's spooky, and he's I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I fell asleep on camera. It was just like the villain dialogue is so just cliche that it just made me fall asleep. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, he didn't do anything in this film that made him stand out for me. The only thing that carried him in this film is that it's setting up something cooler that he will do in a future movie. Okay, Marvel. I went to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania expecting it probably wouldn't be very good, and it ended up being worse than I thought. This is a film that exists to set up more movies, and it's just more proof that the MCU's main focus at the moment is quantity over quality. I'm going to give Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania a 2 out of 10. That's all for me. Hope you're doing well. Go watch Avatar: The Way of Water instead of this movie.
I sure missed you, Colin. I almost cried.
Me too, Josh.
So how did your date go? Tell me everything about it.
So good, we're getting married.
No way, that's awesome. It's not the same. Come back to me, Colin. Come back. Wherever you are. Just go to the final words while I get this cat off the ground. It's the eve of February 24th, and Mother is upon us. After such a long time, Ariana Grande is coming back to the music scene with The Weeknd for their remix of Die For You, which drops tonight at midnight on February 24th. They've had previous hits like Love Me Harder, which is an iconic favorite, and that honestly splurged The Weeknd into like mainstream superstardom, and then they came back together to work on Off the Table and Save Your Tears remix, which just showcases two giant stars' talent. And I can't wait to see what they do with a song that is kind of dated, considering Die For You is from the Starboy era back in the day. So yeah, I can't wait to hear her. It's been some time since my absolute angel has sung for us, so I cannot wait to see her. And I cannot wait to see you next week. Goodbye. As always, thank you for watching, and if you want to see anything else from us here at The Real Deal, be sure to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, website, and now TikTok for all things entertainment. I'm Josh Pavlovsky. Thanks for watching.